Welcome to another Down the Rabbit Hole video. We're going to do a Game Boy game. Now this is actually inspired by a great YouTuber out of the UK, Steve Benway. About February or so, he was dabbling with a bunch of original Game Boy games, and he did try out some where you're kind of like going through a hallway that's all 3D-ified, almost like Pac-Man first-person perspective. And he did say at the time he really likes early 3D graphics on the original Game Boy. And it inspired me to just think, well, I've actually got the very first, according to Wikipedia, 3D game on a Japanese handheld, and that is this. Now, it's called, well, just the letter X. I think it's also pronounced or spelled Ekkusu. And maybe this is why this game doesn't really get a lot of mention, because if you just search Game Boy X, you're going to find out how many batteries it takes, or multipliers, or things like that. So you're not really going to encounter this game very often. Now, I also had run into, or had heard about this game on the IGN podcast that's all to do with Nintendo products. Per Schneider, who runs IGN, had talked about Ekkusu back when he lived in Japan. He said it's a really cool Battlezone type of a game running on an original Game Boy. Really impressive. It's made by the same people who would go on to do the Star Fox series. I've got it. It's really neat, but kind of complicated and hard to figure out. So I'm going to do a little bit of gameplay here and try and talk you through it. X. It's pretty cool. Unfortunately, it's all in Japanese, and there's no fan translation. However, I'm going to put a link down below to Nintendo World Power TV, I think is a channel. A guy called John actually plays this game, and he goes into a bit of detail about what you're supposed to be doing. Here's a little track mode, so you can see, or demo mode. You can see there, it's got this wireframe kind of look, and a very complicated looking control panel. So let me start it up, and we'll actually play the game. Basically what I want to do when I get out into the world, where I go past that little tunnel, I want to go into one of the space station things on the planet to buy some stuff. And that's essentially what this text is telling me. So we're starting on Earth, and we're going to Tetanus 2. But before I get there, I gotta fly through this tunnel. Which you'd think is easy enough. But it is gonna do some twists and turns. There we go. Yeah, this is a very, very impressive, technically, game. Like what they're running here on an original Game Boy, like the old brick. Whoops, I should be paying attention. I believe it's not much more than an NES, so how can it be running this kind of game? But I swear, this is not any trickery. This is the actual cartridge. Okay, we've exited. We are now going to be given a briefing by this floating head guy, which John on that Nintendo World Power channel, he had said this is kind of like the precursor of the floating head you see in Star Fox. And essentially, he's going to give us our mission. There is no translation, but I think you can download this off the web and just find out what it is he's telling you. I think a spaceship has crashed, and now I need to get some of its bits. I'm trying my best to skip through this, but I don't think we can. Oh, and that's my main objective. I want to find that thing. Look at that, though. Isn't that impressive? You know, it actually in many ways reminds me of Elite. UK viewers such as Steve Benway will be very pleased to hear about that. It's got that kind of look. And again, on a Game Boy. Okay, this is the space station that I want to be able to go into and buy my stuff. Actually, I'm wrong. That's the one that I can buy my stuff in. This is all part of the briefing that John actually goes into a lot more detail. In there, I can buy a lock-on, high-explosive jetpack, and a bomb. I think the other structure was my final objective. And here we are. We are on the planet. And I can move side to side. It's a 3D world. I can move forward. Whoop. If I push up, I keep going in the same speed. So, like if I go there, I'm going medium, high speed. Let's slow down. Turn myself around. I want to go into that structure. So let's go back there. May have already missed it. Is this it here? This is it here. Okay, let's go back into the structure and buy our stuff. I want to go through these cones. In the bottom right area is a map of the world. And there's my fuel on the bottom left. All right, let's go in here and buy our supplies. So I can go up and down this list, and I think the top one was the lock-on. So he says to buy that, to also buy, oh, there you go, on the right-hand side, the high X and jetpack. And let's exit. And now what I want to do is float around or drive around the world, and there will be bad guys approaching, and I just want to take them out. I'm not sure what that flash is indicating. You know, the just above the radar there's a little thing that flashed up. Oh, there's something here on radar. What do I want to do here? Oh, these are ramps. I'm going to get to the ramps later. Let me see if we can just find our objectives. Are there any bad guys? Is that a bad guy? Or is that a ramp? I don't know what that is. Let's approach it. It says that it wants me to approach it. Not quite sure. Oh, now I'm getting a warning. What am I getting warned about? That doesn't sound good. Let's get away. That sounds very bad. Very impressive, though. This is all running on a Game Boy. Like, check this out. Okay, let's head north. Oh, I think I'm being chased. Okay, let's turn around and see if we can take on... Is somebody chasing me? Who's behind me? Aha! I'm being chased. Alright, let's take these guys out. Aha! Gotcha! And now I can pick that up, which I think was a missile. That's a ramp over there. I'm not going to deal with that in a second. Oh, there's a bad guy. Nope, sorry. This is a bad guy over here. Can I get him? Not unless I want to go up a ramp. Oh, I am getting shot at. Sorry, this is a bad guy. There, and he just, I don't know if that was clear, but he turned into a fuel gauge, or a fuel tank. So that was handy. Yeah, you blow these guys up, and you can pick up whatever they've dropped behind. Is that another fuel thing? Yeah, it is. Who else is around here? Is there somebody? Oh, yeah, there's somebody on the radar. Let's get him. Haha! Another... Oh, it must be that thing flying in the sky. Okay, let's get away from him. Again, without any instructions and without any English, this is very hard to figure out what the heck is going on here. But luckily... Okay, there's somewhere I want to get to. Maybe I can buy some more stuff in here. Slow down. You do have to think about momentum, so that's kind of cool. Yeah, let's go in here and... I don't know, am I low? I think I'm okay on fuel. I don't know, I'll just buy all that, I guess. Now, in the Let's Play that that guy was doing, John, he had to go to the far north of his map. Oh, I'm not going north. There we go. There we go. Oh, I'm heading south. Yikes. Okay, I don't want to go south. I want to go north. There we go. There you go. You can see me just on the right-hand side there. I'm moving up that map, I think. Yeah, there we go. And there's something flashing on my radar, so I think I'm being chased. Let me turn around. Am I being chased? Is somebody chasing me? No, I think it's a ramp. I don't know what the music is indicating, or that flashing on the radar. But you know what? Let me show you the ramp. Basically, oh, there's the bad guy. Come on. There we go. And let's pick that up. So what is this ramp all about? Let me show you. Basically, if you drive over it, you can fly. So if I line up with one of those ramps, there's one, and then I just go really, really fast, I'm catapulted up into the air. Now I can't recall if I go over the ramp and then I push up, maybe? Does that make me go up in the sky? Let's try it again. Okay, here we go. Let's do it. Let's do it. No, I'm just kind of... I don't know. I'm not doing it right. When John does it in his Let's Play, he actually does a thing... Got you, you booger. Oh, what's that? I'm not sure. When he did it, it actually made him fly in the sky. Maybe you push the B button? Let's try that. No. So I'm not sure how you fly, but that was something possible when John was doing his Let's Play. So let's just go north, because I think I need to find this thing on the map. Bad guy again. Gotcha. More fuel. I don't know what the B button does. Does that cycle through my weapons? Nope. There's another one. Anyway, like I say, very Battlezone-esque, very cool. Kind of complicated, as I'm proving right now, if you don't know what the heck is going on. Whoa, that's a big tank. Come on. But yeah, really impressive that this is essentially Battlezone on a Game Boy. Original Game Boy. There is, according to John, a sequel to this that came out on DSiWare called Escape. Gotcha. And I think I'm getting into more trouble. Let's try and get away here. Can I fly? Oh! Oh, there we go. So if I push up and B, I fly. It uses up more fuel though, so that's something to watch out for. And we'll end off by going into this structure here, because I don't think I'm going to find my thing I'm trying to get to, unless this is it in here. Which it might be. Let's see what we got. Radio link. Hey! Nope, that's just a resupply. Okay. Well, there's a bad guy chasing me. I think at that point, I'm going to leave it. There is a crystal thing I'm supposed to look for somewhere on this world. But regardless, talk about a super impressive game for the original Game Boy. I mean, I can't believe that they pulled this stuff off. There, get rid of that guy as well. Let's pick up that missile. And pick up that fuel. And I think I'll leave it there. Really, really nice. I love this game, but it is complicated and definitely requires either a manual or somebody to show you what the heck you're supposed to do. Alright, well, I hope you enjoyed that, Steve, or anybody else who's interested in old games on the Game Boy, especially ones that look like Battlezone, because that's what this is. Alright, on that note, I'm going to leave it here. So, until next time, we'll see you down the rabbit hole.